So Netflix has a gift for football fans this holiday season. Tell us a little bit about what Netflix is doing, Ian.
Yeah, they're going to be, they at least announced just on Wednesday, on May 15th, that they're going to be broadcasting NFL 2 Christmas games this season and at least one holiday a game during the 2025 and 2026 season. I think that's just good for the sport. They've been putting out a lot of football recently. We just saw quarterbacks get teamed up with them. We saw the Tom Brady roast get live streamed on
Right.
Netflix. They're going to have Receivers, a new Netflix show coming out on this summer. And so, I mean, pairing with Netflix and the NFL seems to be working out really, really well. And so I love the attraction, and can bring probably some new NFL fans into watching some football action.
Well, I think wasn't this last year was the first time they've ever come on they played on Christmas Day. They've always left that for the NBA to be able to own Christmas Day. And they're just saying, no, we'll just take Christmas from you as well. NFL right now, the viewing public can't get enough NFL, and it's the number one entertainment source of any, TV, movies, whatever. NFL beats everything in viewership. And so, they've got the product that the people want. And I don't know when that saturation point hits, but you know what? I can complain about it. I can say, hey, just stay away from Christmas Day, but I'll be watching. So, I can't complain too much because my eyeballs always go on it. We were just talking a second ago about it's amazing how the release of the schedule in the middle of the offseason, where we already know all the opponents, who's going to face each other. We're just finding out which weeks and on which days, which are also flex schedules. So they could even move from this. And we're all like, oh, I got to find out when they're playing so-and-so, And so it's amazing how the NFL grabs our attention.
Oh, absolutely. The most interesting games are finding out which ones are going to be overseas, which ones I'm going to have to
Oh,
be
yeah.
waking up at 8 o'clock in the morning to go watch. Just which I do appreciate, that I can have football in my morning, afternoon, and night. I think that's just a beautiful time for my life. But I think you got Vikings Packers. One of my more interesting the announcements that were made, where that Vikings Packers game that's going to be going down in London. Aaron Rodgers versus the Vikings. Always fun.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, it's going to be an interesting how they keep on expanding to these foreign markets. And really, there's not been a ton of sports that have done that, right? It's taken regular season games and put them outside their market. But the NFL has been experimenting with it. It's obviously worked well for them because they've not only continued to do it, but expand it. But you just think about the travel, on these players and coaches that they have to do in a week turnaround from a game here in the U.S. to then overseas. Sometimes they've set them up so that it's either after a bye week or before a bye week to kind of give them a little bit, of a buffer in that for travel. But it creates a little bit of a challenge in the middle of the season.
Oh, it absolutely does. Absolutely does. But back to what our original topic was,
Yeah.
Netflix gaining football streams. I think it's fun. Are you looking forward to the Receiver NFL edition? I think
Yeah.
that's going to be fun. I liked quarterback, so I think I'm going to like receiver as well.
Yeah, I love the quarterback. So, yeah, why wouldn't I love receivers? Receivers, as they've been described in the past as the frosting on the cake, they always are entertaining guys. Like, they're big, personalities. Quarterback's a little bit usually more reserved. If I can follow a wide receiver around, for a season, and look a little more intimately into, them going around, I feel like that's going to be fun, actually.